right, so let's call to order, Pledge of Allegiance.
What time is it again?
15:56. Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Nick.
Here.
Andres.
Here.
Joe.
Here.
Tom.
Here.
Zach. Not here.
Like riding a bike, huh? Let's do it.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like sitting over there, you know? It's really nice. All right, adopt the agenda.
Motion we adopt the agenda is written.
We need a second.
Second. I'll second.
Nick.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Andres.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Any public comments?
Nope.
Review meeting minutes from 2020, or August 28, 2024. I didn't see nothing. Did anybody else did?
I looked it through, I did not see anything.
I'm good.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from last meeting as presented.
Second, somebody?
I'll second.
There you go.
Nick.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Andres.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, financial statements from August 2024. Financials for August. Looking really, really good. I'm excited. So August 2024, total cash on hand was $3,871,237. That's up 1.6 million from the previous month, so we're looking really good. Our August net income on the enterprise side was $61,719. On the operations side, it was $457,777. And our year-to-date net income total is $1,795,028. So we're looking really good financially. Happy with that. Only concerns are, so the governor signed the new property tax legislation, which removed, or should remove, those tax ballot initiatives, the property tax ballot initiative. So, we still stand to lose some money in 2026, but we don't know quite what that's gonna look like. 2025 should be unchanged, so, when we look at our budget later on, that's gonna remain the same, so we don't have to worry about that. And only note I have is we received our Medicaid supplemental payment this last month, or in the last week, and we received $201,586.61 back. So, and that's the program that Medicaid tells us that they know that they don't pay us enough for ambulance transport, so they supplement us after the fact. So that's all I have for financials.
Good question. So have you guys, on the annual thing, started meeting with Joe and Zach for committee or whatever to start doing budgeting? Is that, you already
It's
did
in
that?
your packet. The draft budget should be in your packet.
Okay, I missed it, sorry.
Yeah.
We already met.
Okay, that's what I
We have a
thought.
draft budget for you today.
Okay, cool. I had other things going on, so I didn't know.
Okay, good.
So we need a motion.
All right, I need a motion. There's one other, there's a sneaky one. Make a motion. Accept the financial statements.
I'll make a motion to accept the financial statements.
Second.
Nick.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Andres.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, roof repair. So in your packets, you've got two quotes in there. So we've had kind of a small leak ever since we started this project. And in Belcher's contract, he was very clear that he does not warranty the previous roof. He thought he had taken care of the problem a few times. Every so often it'll leak again. So we had somebody from Denver come down and kind of look at the roof. Finally got me up there. it looks like crap. I was pretty disappointed the fact that the contractor didn't get me up there sooner and say, hey, this is what it looks like. This is my thoughts. So, he got us up there, looked at it, said 2 quotes. One is for the full roof that includes the additions, and one is just for the old building roof that was there. What he'll come in and do is he'll basically seal each individual screw head and then seal all of the seams. And they're warranted for 15 years. So my suggestion is to just get this done, get it done right. Now we have the money to do it. And we won't have to worry about leaks for another 15 plus
So you
years.
mean we're gonna do the whole roof again, or just seal it?
So I would imagine if we just did partial roof, that it would cost about the same to come back and do the rest if we wanted to do it later, so I just assumed do the entire roof all at
Are
once.
they just spot sealing it? Not to spray the whole roof and seal the whole
They're
roof?
gonna seal the whole
Oh,
roof.
okay, that makes more sense, okay.
I'm sorry, how much was it again?
So for the full roof,
167, 866.
for the full roof is only 7,300.
7,300?
7,800.
73,000.
Oh,
That's just to put silicone and.
No, so it's some kind of special deal that they basically got like a tube that they put over each screw,
Right.
and they inject it and seal the screw, and then they'll come back, and on the seams, where all the seams are for the panels, they basically put like a tape over that, and then they hard seal that, and so there should be virtually nothing left unsealed. And we'll do that to the entire roof.
so you want a motion to do it all?
That would be my suggestion.
And-
Well, you know, the metal roof, as old as it is, if we don't do it
Yeah.
all, at least we have a full warranty, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
With the thing for 15 years.
Yes, sir.
I'm good.
Yeah,
wanna
I
make the
think-
motion,
I
Joe?
think
Let's
it's
do
a
it.
no-brainer. I mean,
We have the money, right?
Yes.
It's not gonna,
Looking good right now.
Is this all coming out of general money or it'll come out of some of the?
No, so with the budget, we kind of, right now it's still kind of hinky, but with the new budget, we made it so much easier. So the stuff, when we sell the building, the stuff for the sale of the building will go into the Bank of the San Juans, that'll be the enterprise fund. That is the only movement in that account. Everything else will stay under the operations, so we won't have to worry about mixing and matching and doing that.
I'll make a motion, we fix the roof completely
What is it, 78,000?
$73,800.
for $73,800.
We have a little discussion on it. Just clarification for me, sorry. They're asking for a huge down payment for what they're doing. I'm okay with the down payment, but when they show up, they get it then. I want to give it to them before, that's just my way I do it. It's up to you guys.
I like that idea. Sometimes they don't show up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been a building official for a long time, and I'll tell you what, I put that rule down for everybody, and everybody, I really got a complaint. So, you know, when they show up with the equipment and the product to repair the roof, then they get the check, or we can have it sitting on their desk. Here you go. This is my 2 cents.
I can say if he's open to
For what
that.
it's worth.
That's a great idea. I like that idea.
Thanks.
Are these guys reputable? I guess, so give the next question, I guess.
Yeah, so actually Sam from TJ's is the one that found them, and Sam's gonna have them to hit their roof too.
Okay.
So, he came, he showed us samples of his stuff, he sounded really knowledgeable and what he was talking about, so.
So,
Yeah,
can we apply for insurance for any of this?
no, I don't think so, because it was, previous owner.
There's a woman in town, I have her number, I can find it. She's helped out Duran's and a whole bunch of other people she was in the insurance industry, and now she does roofing and has doubled and tripled what they could get. Might be worth a conversation. Even though we've approved this, I can send her your way. I met her on something else, and she's doing a lot in Trinidad. She probably comes down here a couple times a month from Castle Rock. She's in roofing. It's just that she knows how to exploit the claims, because that she was in that business.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
I'll be open to
I'll text her here before we're done.
Okay,
So, worth looking at.
Yeah.
And so,
that'll work.
Got you anywhere for a second?
Okay, so I have a motion from Tom that we will seal the whole roof for $73,800, that it does have a warranty for 15 years, that the down payment will be provided when they show up with equipment and supplies to begin work. I need a second.
I'll second that.
Good idea, I like that.
And you're okay if he can't do that, you're okay with us just trying to move forward?
Yeah, you know, it's just a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And no offense, but I've been in court, I can't tell you how many times up there with insurance companies who have tried to, be paid, and it's just not.
Totally agree.
So we need to vote. So Nick,
Yes.
Tom,
yes.
Andres,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Okay, 2025 budget. Draft.
So, just real quick, like we discussed last time, we are losing, about $380,000 from this year, just due to the property tax stuff. But we were able to make the budget work. Everybody, Tom and, who else was there? Oh, no, not Tom, Joe
Joe, Zach,
and Zach. So Joe and Zach were both good with it. If you guys have any questions, feel free.
So it gives me some items.
And like I said, so that last page is the enterprise budget. And what we're gonna do with that is once we sell the building, those payments will go into the Bank of San Juan's. And so that'll be a separate budget, separate account, and the only movement in that account will be for the sale of that building and our loan.
why don't you explain how that came about, because we were going to do a different procedure the last time, just so everybody's clear on how we came up with that.
Yeah,
idea.
so we were overthinking everything, trying to separate the enterprise and the operation. Because for the enterprise, we can't spend any tax dollars on that. And so when we finally started thinking about it, the payments that we're gonna receive are 5%, and our payments going out are only 2.5%. So we figured with that money coming in, we should be able to make our payments. And so if we just kept everything in that one account, kept that budget separate, that keeps the enterprise separate. Legally, we're still safe to do what we need to do with the enterprise, and we can keep all of our stuff in the operations budget like we have in the past.
We were trying to separate some salaries and some other things in the enterprise, and it just didn't make sense to do that. So it's just, but that's why I wanted to discuss it, so you have questions about it.
Do we need to approve the draft budget
Yes,
today?
Mhm.
that's the plan.
Okay. So you guys did the work. I'm comfortable with it.
Do you need time, if you need time to look at it, surely.
That's why we got you, Joe.
No. I used to tell my employees, I take the credit, you take the blame. It's very simple.
I'd make a motion, we accept the draft budget.
I'll second.
Nick,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Andres,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Okay, old business.
I have something for old business. So we had an employee assaulted in the last couple of weeks. And in the process of trying to get our body cam system up and going, come to find out that the way we have it set up and what we were told by the rep isn't the way it works. So we have to purchase their plan. So because it was his fault, he gave us a discount. So it's gonna be $25 per device per month. I did a 5-year contract. And so that's gonna save us about $3,600 over the 5 years. So my only question is if you guys would allow me to pay it up front at the cost of $18,000, then we don't have to worry about it for 5 years. It's it's just.
My opinion is we're fat right now. I think now's the time to do that kind of thing, because who knows what next year's gonna bring. And I think it's essential in this day and age that you have. That's my 2 cents.
Okay, can I ask, is this something that ambulance services are doing more of? Wearing body
They
cams?
are. So Cypress Creek, Texas, EMS, they've been doing it for probably 6 or 7 years. And they were kind of the startup agency that's really kind of pushed out the legislation and the policies and stuff.
Okay.
Well, not only that, I mean, this is the second time the staff member's been assaulted.
Yeah, so thankfully, the ambulance camera caught it, and I was able to get that to law enforcement, and the party was charged with second-degree assault. So.
Yeah, it's like insurance. If you never need it, you feel like I wasted all that money, but if you once you need it, there it is.
Yeah.
Without too much detail, was the person badly hurt?
Our person?
Yes.
Staff member.
Our person? They had an MRI today, and I haven't heard what happened. So it's either a sprain or a tear in their thumb.
Oh, okay, all right.
She'll be out for a while.
Yeah.
And what was the upfront that you wanted to pay, the dollar amount?
18,000.
Okay, thank you.
Need a motion?
Yes. That's over my spending authority.
I'll make a motion to pay in advance the cameras for 5 years.
Okay. Second? Nick?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Andreas?
Yes.
When you're ready, Barb. New business. Any new business?
I don't have anything. I feel like I should.
I have something.
Oh.
So I wasn't sure how to do this. I didn't want to go behind Chief's back or anything else like this, but I think it's something that should be notable that when she took over, Dan was still here. He was getting paid the $20,000 a quarter, that type of thing. And at that time, the salaries, the contracts were set up the way they were. I think that Chief has been, and he's not gonna like that I'm doing this, I'm sure, but the Chief has done a great job with a whole handful of things that was kind of thrown in his lap. The new building that was problematic, the billing suit, the hospital suit. I know I'm missing something else. So I think I'd like the board to recognize the job that he's done. And I think that with now us not paying Moynihan anymore, and we're done with him, I think it's about time that the board consider compensating Chief Moreno at a higher level because of the job that he's done. Sorry.
I don't have a problem with that, Joe. Did you guys discuss it in budgeting at all?
I think we did a general increase, didn't we, for the staff?
Yeah, for overall, we just planned for.
But you weren't.
And you buffered it by an extra 500?
No, my contract says 3% automatically every year.
You guys, I didn't spend time on the budget, so I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but this is a draft budget, so we haven't approved a final, so we can go back.
Right.
But I'd leave that up to you and Zach to crunch the numbers.
Yeah,
And if I may, I'll even go even farther. Not. Also, the health service district, he's done the lion's share of that. Plus, we're doing more stuff with the state. There's a number of things that are going. The financial stability of this district has continued over the time that he's been in charge. We don't see that changing. So I just think it's time that be addressed and looked at. So
She fell on that 2 years? 3 years?
2 years.
I don't have a problem with it, Joe. You guys look at the numbers.
And I'll be at the courthouse getting a restraining order against my boss.
I kick you after this.
So, but I think it's duly notable, and I think it's time.
noteworthy. I don't know the numbers, so if you could give me those.
you don't take a look at those or
Sure.
do it next meeting? Is that okay?
So if you and Zach could discuss it together and then let me know of any changes to the budget you'd like to
Okay,
make or need
That's a
to
good
make.
idea.
And that way we can have it all ready.
So everybody
I can send it
sees-
out to everybody.
Everybody sees what we're doing.
And then at the next meeting is when we'll have our budget hearing.
Sure.
Okay.
And the 0.5% is not gonna break us.
Yeah, so if you got 3%, you got like $3. We'll give them like the 3%. Get $6. You know? Okay. Well, you're up now, dude. Director report.
Okay. Medical direction, no updates. Billing company, year-to-date net collections on our new AR, $1,041,048. Net collections year-to-date on our old AR are $10,289. So we've increased our net collections. As far as Quick Med claims goes, Les is still waiting on the draft settlement agreement from Quick Med claims that was supposed to be sent out the week of September 9th. So Les reached out today to see where we're at with that, so just waiting to get that done. No updates for the USDA loan, that's pretty well done. Appeal update, oral argument took place on September 10th, and we're just awaiting the judgment. They said that could take several weeks to months, so we're just kind of in a holding pattern. Our KISS Health Service District, Bubba received a state CP endorsement yesterday, so I had to wait for that to submit to the state, so that was submitted yesterday. I have a call next week to answer some final questions, and then they will give their recommendation to the health facilities section to see if we get our KISS license or not. So we're finally just about there. And then just a few little updates. September 2nd, our staff participated in the Labor Day Parade. September 10th was the Court of Appeal. September 11th, we did our budget prep. September 19th, we helped Nick at COG with the standard response protocol and stop the bleed. September 20th, we demoed a LifePak 35. That's the newest cardiac monitor that's out. And today we actually just received in-field demo. So we're gonna put it on the rig and demo it for a while before we decide which monitors we wanna go with. And September 24th, I did the training for the Medicaid supplement payment that's coming up again. I'll have to submit that before Thanksgiving. We had our mandatory employee meeting, that went great. We had our mandatory employee training the same day, that went great. Did a potluck, everybody brought in breakfast items, so it was really awesome. And then Upper Pine River Fire Protection District, they're on the disaster response team, and there's a hurricane coming into Florida. So we've always allowed them to pre-position here because they have 24 hours to get to where they need to go. So they stayed here overnight, and they were extremely grateful and just in awe of our facility. So that was really cool to show off our station and get some good feedback from somebody who's been doing it for a while someplace else. That was awesome. And then this morning, we went to a CDOT update meeting on some road projects that they have going on the next couple of years. And that's all I have.
Don't forget you have to put that run. Get your crews over there.
For what?
That run, that's Fisher's Peak.
Oh, yeah, the Fisher's Peak Park.
Okay, that's it.
That's all I got.
The other thing I'll mention with the Upper Pine guys, they potentially have money to help us put our medics through the community paramedic training. So
Grant.
they have a grant for up to 20 people. They're not gonna use all of it. We've touched base, tied in with them, so hopefully that'll help. I think we'll have them do the same course that I did to get them started, and then to really beef them up, we can do that, and that'll be a free program. So really excited about that. And so having them come and not only being on and realize what we have and give back to our employees, they're and offer to help us teach other classes and all kinds of stuff. So it was great. So
You're up.
All right, so busy month last month. 235 calls. That was up 18 from the previous month. Our backup rig did 2 calls with 2 transports, and our 4th rig did 1 call and 1 transport. Chief and I both recorded 0 for that month as far as that, but we obviously were on our calls, but we didn't initiate any calls. We did 42 IFTs, which is the highest. It was up 16 from the previous month, and is the highest month thus far this year by 8. We had no transports home. Total for the year is 242 transports or IFTs. We had 8,054 miles, which is the highest by 1,328 miles. And we have a total miles year to date of 52,302. We have 5 of the 6 trucks running. One's been kind of problematic, and it's going in 2 weeks, hopefully, to kind of get that all sorted out. As Gabe mentioned, we do have two employees out on workers' comp right now. One that was assaulted with a thumb injury and another one with a back injury. So we're kind of feeling the strain on that, no pun intended. As far as staffing, we are fully staffed, but that's 2 hits right there. And then our part-time staff is just not very proactive right now. We had an ER trauma meeting today that I attended. I advised the hospital we may have to go to some BLS units to keep the trucks on the road. The hospital Congress asked if we can take nurses when we have a BLS card. Absolutely, we can do that. We're going to try to keep on facilitating everything that we can. Just going to be a little tough right now. So scheduling's a little rough right now, but other than that, we're doing good. Like I said, 5 to 6 trucks are out, and hopefully in a month, that other truck, we can finally get it tuned up and ready to go. So that's my report. If you have any questions.
All right, miscellaneous.
I wish I should have done it earlier. Oh, good.
Remember last time I told you that I recorded a meeting that is the health service project, not the health service district at the time. This was in May of 2008, and it was sales tax versus property tax. And I have another meeting, and I'd have to pull up, it was the year before, and this was on a county sales tax for water. And in these meetings, I think there was a third one, it's the same arguments. You know, people are want sales tax, or people want property tax for whatever reasons. I will get this loaded and drop it into Dropbox. The only thing is that you can watch and say, you're going to hear, if we decide to move forward on trying to get something passed, you're going to hear the same things. You can be prepared. You can prepare your response. So
Great idea.
That's a great idea.
well, I've been filming these things for so long, and I have them all. So, and this was in my office, and when I was talking to you guys last time, I kind of knew exactly where it was. But it just interesting being at these things, because like I said, it's like there's no new arguments. And people are just adamant that they want a sales tax, or they're adamant they want a property tax. I think one of the issues that we might have if we go for this, I'm at the city meetings, and one thing that people want is an indoor pool. Well, I tried facilitating that back in the late 90s. I was on the YMCA board as the president of the board, and Pete Schreffert had promised us property out at Cougar Canyon, and I tried to get the school, the college, the county, the city, and everybody to get together, and I said, if we collaborate, we could get this done. At that time when Cougar was going, and Pete said, I'll give you 10, 15 acres. It's a long story, but it fell apart. But people are very adamant in Trinidad that they want a facility, and maybe it's one of the things that we look at and say, maybe we can partner, that we do this together, support each other. If we want to go for a mill levy increase or whatever it is that we're going to do. So just something to think about, because I'm at all these things, and I kind of have a finger on the pulse of what people want, and people are upset. But the reality is an indoor pool is financially not very sustainable. you can get it built. We learned this when I was on the YMCA. We can get it built, but you can't really afford to run it. So that's kind of what would be the people going, well, wait a minute, why would we support the ambulance when we want an indoor pool? So I'm just telling you, those are the things that I would anticipate seeing pushback against. So I'll get this loaded, I'll get it to Barbara, I'll put it in Dropbox. You watch it, and it'll be like, oh yeah, we're prepared, we know what they're gonna say.
Good idea.
So,
Anybody else?
Yeah, so I should have probably talked about it earlier, but that contract that went out for the sale of the building, I'm getting the stuff that Zach was worried about adjusted, so we can get that back out to you guys. But in going through that, found out that we need to have a resolution so that I can sign. We have to have this on the agenda 24 hours before, so we didn't make it for this agenda, so we have to try and do something for tomorrow. So that's what this resolution is, so you guys can look it over, and be prepared to come in and do like a quick 5-10 minute meeting tomorrow. If you guys want to do that, 4.
And if,
4:30.
I don't know how practical it is, but if we wanted to do, if you had a chance to look at it at all, if you wanted to do a Zoom meeting tomorrow, but if you wanted to sign it tonight, I'll file it until you have your meeting and approve it, and then we can release it. That way you don't have to drive back out here.
well, I'll come out.
No,
We just need to make sure we have a,
I have the
Quorum.
E911 board tomorrow 1:30 here, so I'll
we're
be
just
here.
gonna hang out till
I'll just hang
4
out.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Get your work done.
We got some stuff you can do, don't
Work
worry.
in the new
I'll just sit,
office.
I'll just sit there, neat.
Be busy.
And then the only other thing I had for miscellaneous was Les wanted me to give you this little handout as a reminder that when he sends out those emails, not to reply.
Not to reply all.
Right. Reply specifically to him.
Okay.
And I think that's all I have.
Okay. Anything else?
Just a couple real quick things, up-to-date stuff. About 90% there to get FirstNet countywide.
Oh,
So the county will have that, the sheriff, everybody. So we're this close. We're working on budgets right now. So it gives, and everything's cheaper than they are paying. So hopefully we'll get that through. I don't believe anything anymore until it's done.
right.
Well, we're pretty close and everybody's in agreement. I had a meeting with Phil Dornkamp and Christie for finance and make sure everything. Paulo helped me with the count, so we pressured everybody to get us a number of phones and iPads and stuff like that. So, knock wood, hopefully by the end of the year, first year, we should be starting the FirstNet countywide.
That's great.
So I'll meet with the fire chiefs like after here, so they'll have them rattle the cage and make sure, that we have their support.
That's huge.
It'll be big, honestly. And then Rave, I'll be bringing it up at the one meeting where I just want to give you guys up to date. They have a program. It's $4,300 a year. I got the quote here with me. And what they do is they can reach out just like iPause and grab phone numbers without anybody signing up. So we go, if people sign up, historically, it's only 10-50% of the community signs up. This way we can have everybody, if they sign up, then they can pour more information in there and if they call 911, all their information will come up. This is, if anybody initiates a 911 call or an incident, and we have to send it out there, we can reach out just like iPause and get like 90% of the community.
Nice.
Whether they sign up or not, don't care. But at least they'd have the information in a crisis, that would be a big coup. So I'm going to bring that up to one board tomorrow to see if the county will chip in, I think, $1,000 or something like that. So I have some money coming, but it's $4,300 a year. So it's not cheap, but it's a life safety thing. To me, it's a no-brainer for the area we have to cover. And most people out west or out east even won't sign up for it.
Yeah.
So just my 2 cents. So I just wanted to drop that down here.
Good work.
What's that?
Good work.
Oh, thanks.
Anybody else?
I just got the text back from that gal. I don't know if I have your number in here, but if I don't, I'll get it and I'll share you her number. She'll take a look at it.
Okay. Okay, looks like next board meeting will be October 23rd. Sound about right?
Yep, that'll be your budget hearing.
I'll probably won't be here for that. I'll be in Oregon that week.
And we generally skip November, December, so if you need or want anything done, that's the meeting to try and get it on, just because holidays and stuff, so. That might be our last meeting for the year.
For the year.
And I just got to compliment staff for what a great job they did working on the budget. Everybody had great ideas. We all forgot about the building sale, and Barbara says, well, we have some money coming in from the building. So it was a good group effort, so.
Say, Joe, that's why I knew you had some knowledge in this, so you were very valuable.
Oh.
Gabe, is it M-O-R-I-N-O?
ENO.
E-N-O.
Make a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion, adjourn.
Second.
Rick,
That was good, man. 31 minutes? Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Andres,
Yes.
Joe,
Yes.
Computer down, I guess I'm done for the
Zach's fired.
Oh,
right?
that's the way it used to be.
So are you gonna reach out?